Hello, and welcome back. It is once again time for some Hildibrand shenanigans. So, last time, Hildibrand got sucked through a portal by Gilgamesh to take him somewhere else. And I thought, for sure, since we just did the Stormblood section, that he would go to the first for Shadowbringers. But apparently, Square didn't do any Hildibrand for Shadowbringers. Also, I forgot to turn on some lights. Let's get those background lights on. Anyways. So yeah, apparently no Hildibrand for Shadowbringers. And they just skipped ahead to the Endwalker section, which is, I mean, I suppose the story was getting pretty heavy around Shadowbringers. And since this Hildibrand section would take place after Endwalker, which means everything's good, we saved the universe, we could chill and have fun times with Hildibrand. So I guess it makes sense to hold off on silly times until after existential times. But yeah. But that means that there's a jump from level 70 Hildibrand quests to level 90 Hildibrand quests. And I think there's one or two, like they just started the Hildibrand section for Dawn Trail, which I might just hold off on until it's all done, as far as the Dawn Trail section goes. But yeah, here we are. With the excitable youth. Please stop stalking Nashu. The sleeping gentleman. The pungent Lalafell can scarcely conceal his excitement. Wait, I know you! We met in Kugane. You're that stone-cold killer I asked to look after the love of my life! What's that look for? Surely you haven't forgotten me. You and me, we had a moment, a connection. Not like the one I've got with her, of course, but I know I left an impression. Oh, you did, because you're a stalker. Yeah, the creepy... the creepy little who smells like cheese and followed Nashu to Kugane after stalking her for over 5 years? Hey! There's nothing creepy about my love. It's as pure as the pristine waters of a forest stream. Fair point about the cheese stink, though. But enough about me. This is about Miss Nashu. Ever since she got sucked into that weird portal back east, I've been scouring the world for any sign of her. I was this close to giving up, but then, huzzah! I found her here in Radzatan. Normally I'd be happy to get back to playing the silent, invisible guardian, but she seems pretty distressed by the plight of her inspector friend. He's here too, but laid up and showing no signs of waking anytime soon. My Nashu has been fashioning all sorts of medicines in hope of rousing him, but to no avail. I mean, I couldn't care less if he kicked the bucket, but I hate seeing her like this. She's liable to work herself to death. So what say you? Will you deliver my dearest Nashu from her plight? You'll find her over at the High Crucible, no doubt slaving over an alembic. And with that, I'll get back to cheering her on from the shadows. You too, I guess. Now go, quickly, save my beloved! Uh-huh. Wait, he ran off in the same direction as where Nashu is. He's usually trying to avoid direct interaction with Nashu. Also, I'm going Viper just because, I mean, my options for this quest line are Dark Knight or Viper. And currently my Viper style looks a little more Razakanish, more at home, rather than an Empoleon. Also, it'll probably have better chance of dealing with any combat. That should do it! Now to take this medicine and... Core! Gymnasia! It feels like it's been forever! Though definitely less than a year, I'm sure. Maybe in-game time. But, went through all of Shadowbringers, where I took off to another, star. And then all of Endwalker, where I had a lot of adventures in Charlian and off in space. I feel like it's probably been more than a year. What brings you to Razatan? Enjoying a spot of adventuring? Or perhaps... I just saved the universe? Then you've heard! It's true! Inspector Hildibrand's gone into hibernation again, and... wait. You're giving me that look. The one that screams, what about the whole weird portal business? Alright, since you silently asked... So, back on the Ruby Sea, remember how Greg got doused with Dew Prism and was forced to whisk us all far away? Yeah, I thought you were going to the first. How that strange rift then opened up, which the Inspector then got sucked up into, and how I followed him in after that? Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Well, after that, we all ended up in this bizarre place, couldn't tell up from down, left from right, and so we wandered, lost and confused. Fortunately, Greg came to his senses and explained that we were in the interspectorial rift, and then used the same trick to bring us home. Greg himself stayed behind, though. Something about a score that he had to settle. I'm not sure what that was about, but hey, you know Greg. Anyway, we're back now, but the rub is that Inspector Hildibrand hasn't opened his eyes once. I know he needs his beauty sleep, but it's been an awfully long time, and we've got cases to solve. I've been trying my hand at apothecary stuff, seeing if I can make something that'll get him up and moving, but nothing seems to work. But I think we're making progress. Me and Mr. Chupacabra from the Shakshoka concern, that is. You remember Mr. Chupacabra, right? Got sucked into the rift along with us. Former evil mastermind. Not so bad once you get to know him. Uh-huh. Pleased I am to meet you once more under less compromising circumstances. If I may correct our mutual friend, I am Jubraka, chairman of the Sahatra concern. Your distrustful and somewhat bloodthirsty glare is not unwarranted, but in my defense, who among us has not contemplated enslaving the rich and powerful to bend the world to their whim? I pray you forgive me my poor joke, and allow me to assure you that after wandering the interdimensional rift from the sisters only know how long, I am a changed man. Naturally, I understand the words alone would not suffice to absolve me of my sins. Thus, since my return, I have operated a humble apothecary that caters to the needs of one and all. Furthermore, I made arrangements for Miss Nashu's workshop. Rest assured that I will spare no effort in helping her see Inspector Hildibrand awaken and return to full health. And with that, if you would excuse me, I must see to other business. That smirk.
Isn't he the nicest ex-villain you've ever met? But that's right. I just finished my latest medicine. I've got high hopes for this new recipe.
Medicine might not do us any good. I suppose I ought to get a look at the Mandeville man himself.
By all means. The inspector's resting in a room up in Kama, awake or asleep. I'm sure he'd enjoy your company. Let's go. Awake or asleep, I'm sure he'd enjoy your company.
Yes, Kama. Actually, if we run over here, we can use the Ethernet. Come on.
Isn't this room nice? Mr. Chupacabra's taking care of everything. Even paid the rent in full. But I'm distracting you, aren't I? You need to concentrate while you examine the inspector, yes?
Study the sleeping Inspector Hildibrand. You may move the camera as well as zoom in and out and all that stuff. Yes, it's time for first person. Oh, that's the extent of my magnification, huh? Hildibrand's face. Rugged features belie what is, at closer glance, the sensitive mien of a cultured gentleman. While he still breathes, he appears to be locked in a deep slumber. Rippling muscles bespeak impressive strength, while smooth skin suggests that only on the rarest of occasions does the man resort to violence. Troublingly, his limbs are stiff and cool to the touch, as if the blood runs cold in his veins. The exquisite buckles of the stylish footwear are a design unique to House Mandeville. Sorry. These shoes would almost certainly fetch a small fortune in the markets. The inspector's condition is disturbingly reminiscent of the scions who were summoned to the first for a time. So you don't do any Hildibrand adventures in the first? Until after Endwalker? He's definitely in the first, isn't he? Wake up, Nashu!
Oh, finished already? Any theories as to what's wrong with the inspector?
Yeah, well, he's a soulless husk, which is less than ideal. I suspect he may have been summoned to another reflection. Which is bad, because that means that he is deteriorating, and until we find a way to, or until we make a way for him to return to his body here, he is at great danger of dying.
I see. I mean, I don't, but that's what you're supposed to say at times like this. I know that much. How do we wake him up? Return his soul to his body? But where did it go? And what is it doing there?
Probably went to the first to become the Gentleman of Darkness, as you do. I think it's gone to another world wholly unlike ours, but still slightly like ours, a world of contrasts. To become the Gentleman of Darkness, as you do, you know, as I do. Not gentleman, of course, but hero of darkness.
I see. Right. So can you go there?
Oh yes, of course.
Great. In that case, I'll leave the soul searching to you. I'm sure it goes without saying, but once you've arrived in this otherworldly world, look for a place that smells of mystery and intrigue, and chat with people there. That's standard Agent of Inquiry protocol. Oh, and since this is Inspector Hildibrand we're talking about, don't be surprised if you find him asleep, or having forgotten a thing or two. But not to worry, I prepared my traditional medicine just in case. Don't hesitate to use it, and with that, do take care out there.
Your traditional quote-unquote medicine? Is it... What have you given me? Nashu's Delight. A potent explosive whipped up by Nashu with the power to jog one's memories. I thought it might be explosives. Now we go to the Crystarium. Alright. Oh, he's right. Yes. Glenard. Welcome back, friend. I'd offer you a pint, but my apartment sense tells me that's not why you're here. Indeed. So this friend of yours has gone missing. Sorry to hear that, but plenty of travelers pass through these parts. Could you describe the fellow to me?
Hume, burly, wears a monocle, well-meaning idiot.
Well-meaning idiot. Yes, that sounds familiar. Mind you, I didn't see him myself, but I do believe one of our bounty hunters spied such a man when you were all battling that horde of spectral warriors. Wait.
Spied him when we were fighting that horde of spectral warriors, which means Hildibrand was here during the end of Shadowbringers. I'm just saying, we could have had more Hildibrand adventures for Shadowbringers.
Gyat, come here a moment. There's someone who wants to speak with you.
Oh, Gyat. That's so? Make it quick. This ale isn't going to drink itself. If it ain't Chinasya, what brings you back to our neck of the woods?
Looking for a man.
Now that you mention it, I did see someone like that. Back there on the battlefield after you ran off to do more hero work. At first, I thought he was going to attack me like the rest of the spirit Watsits. But no, he just stood there, striking a pose, trying to scare or seduce me. If I could tell. Still, he was glowing, and I wasn't about to take any chances, so I said, "Hey! Off, ghost!" and sent him packing. Did he die, you ask? To which I say, what am I, a chirurgeon? Also, I've kept my mug waiting long enough. Good talk. Oh, God.
Could it be the Warrior of Darkness?
Yeah, me. Oh, what's up?
I thought that was your voice, but was convinced my ears were playing tricks on me. It's good to see you again. Didn't mean to eavesdrop, but we overheard you discussing the renegade poser. We've been searching for him for some time now. There have been sightings in Lakeland, you see. Vonard and I have been tasked with getting to the bottom of it. We've little in the way of useful information, though. All we know is that he appears without warning and strikes a disturbing pose. He's not caused any harm, if you discount the shock of a strange man gesticulating in your general direction, that is. Nevertheless, we're worried his behavior might escalate. Have you been tasked with apprehending the miscreant as well? Not quite, Vonard. Genasia's come back to track down a missing friend.
Your miscreant, I regret to say, might be my friend. I wouldn't call him a friend per se, but I do happen to be looking for a man prone to pose. Your miscreant might be my friend.
If the man you're looking for might be one and the same, then why not work together? Between the three of you, you're bound to have better luck. It would be an honor and a great help. We were just about to leave to gather testimony, as it happens. Come and join us in Sullen when you're finished here. We'll solve this mystery in no time.
Yes. The sleeping gentleman. Look at this place. It's quite pretty. And there's the giant flying turtle that we rode on. In order to go to the bottom of the ocean. Hello, sullen villager. Did I see him? You bet I did. I was crossing through the forest of the Lost Shepherd, on my way to deliver fish to the hostile imperative. Out of nowhere, this odd man leapt in front of me. I thought he was a bandit at first, but then he abruptly turned to the side, curled his neck, and put his fist to his head as if to say, I don't know. It was baffling. I ran when I realized he wasn't going to do anything else. Oh, Hildy. Is this door? No. Oh, that feller! Aye,
I saw him the other day on the way home from Clearmelt. I'd enjoyed one too many libations after my bath, and ended up wandering off into the forest. Before I knew it, the sun was dipping low and the sky turning dark, and I was beginning to wonder if I'd ever make it home. Then I felt a gentle tug at my arm. And would you believe it? This odd-looking man led me out of the forest and set me back on the road. I thanked him profusely, but he said nothing in reply, just struck up this pose and walked off.
But you see, he was helpful. That sullen woman.
Why, yes, I saw someone like that when I was out picking mushrooms in the forest. He even spoke to me. I was repulsed at first by his form, but he only wanted to warn me that fell beasts lurk in the forest, and that I should be wary. Contrary to appearances, I'd say he was actually quite gentlemanly.
Gentlemanly. Indeed. The forest. Not. And Brick. Such eloquent names. Finished questioning the locals, have you? Were you able to learn anything? Not only has the poser caused no harm, he's even helped people? So he's a gentleman, albeit a suspicious one. Something of a contradiction, you might say, but there's no reason to doubt what we heard. Everyone seemed to encounter him in the Forest of the Lost Shepherd, right? Then that's where we'll look next, shall we? Yes. To the forest! Taylor. Here we are in the forest. Well, here we are, but how exactly are we supposed to begin our search? These woods are, well, woods. I mean, it's a pretty thin forest. Sparsely populated by trees. Got a plan, do you? Far be it from me to doubt the warrior of darkness. Show us what you've got in mind, and we'll back you up the best of our ability. Perform the Mandeville Mambo! Everyone, Mandeville Mambo time! Hark! What familiar gentlemanly gyrations are these?
What?
doing? Light Warden, the Forgiven Gentleman. And he plummets. He cannot fly. He has wings, but cannot fly. On your guard. It's a Sin Eater. No, wait. That's no Sin Eater. It's the Gentleman of Light! Gentleman of Light? Who is this Gentleman of Light of whom you speak? I am the Forgiven Gentleman, Devourer of Sins, Light Warden Extraordinaire!
No.
You're not a Sin Eater, you're Hildibrand, the Gentleman Inspector. You might occasionally moonlight as a zombie overlord, but trust me, you're a Gentleman Inspector. Inspector! Sin Eater! Inspector! Sin Eater! You're acquainted with this, gentleman? Yeah, I told you, he's my friend. Right then. Clearly your friend has been through a lot. But still, how did he get it in his head he's a Sin Eater? Is there no way to bring back his memories? Maybe there is. Yeah, beating him up. Sit tight. I got a bomb. Explosives? We're still trying to save him, right? Oh yeah. Dude, I'm so glad I picked this outfit. Yeah! Fastball special! Oh! Volleyball! You're fast. And spike time! Yeah, I'm so glad I picked this outfit, this class. Every time the head, the hat just like covers the eyes or covers one eye, and then smile. Wicked White! We killed him! No, don't worry. He's fine. Just gotta pull him out of the ground. He's good. He does this all the time. I say, Junasia, I had resigned myself to Nashu's ungentle methodology, but you too, my brutish friend? But never mind that. I do not recall the world being quite so purple. Previously, I was with Nashu and Greg, wandering the bizarre, shadowy realm known as the Interspectorial Rift. Oh hey, Echo's cropping up. Oh, this is during that time, huh? He found his spirit transported to the first. Hmm? Hold up. Hmm? Where am I? Who am I?
It's got... Ah!
Yeah, that doesn't look creepy at all. Hildibrand.
That sickening light! That aggressive posturing! I know what you are! You're one of them, ain't you? What you need is a good old-fashioned dwarven ducking! Oh, ghost! No, there he goes!
Yeah, why didn't you tell me about this sooner? We went on such adventures to kill a Sin Eater. Just using him as a perch. Run for your lives! It's a Sin Eater! A Sin Eater? Oh right, you guys have the echo as well. I'll be... I saw a vision of the man's past. No wonder he became convinced he was a Sin Eater. I saw it too. It was quite possibly the most ridiculous memory I've ever glimpsed. Answer me, my faithful assistant. Where are we? And why is it so purple? The first? The first what? Are you telling me we've somehow traveled to an entirely different world? Good gods! To think that I have transcended the very boundaries of time and space! But worry not, my adoring fans. Hildibrand, Agent of Enquiry, Inspector Extraordinaire, will return to you forthwith. Yeah, it is quite purple. Just looking at my stream preview and seeing that my face is lit up quite purple. Yep. That's how purple this place is. A soulful reunion. Hildibrand is back and full of spectral beings. What? Full of what?
While I've enjoyed what time I've spent in this far-flung first that I can remember.
This far-flung first that I can remember. Wait. Well, I've enjoyed what time I've spent in this far-flung first that I can remember.
We should be getting back to our own world soon. Would you happen to know how we might go about doing that?
I have a method.
Restore my soul with a spirit vessel? Say no more. Your cursory description was more than enough for me to grasp the concept completely. It is not unlike brewing the perfect cup of coffee. Which means our task is clear. We require the services of a skilled soul sommelier.
I know a soul sommelier named Becklug.
Splendid! I see that even in this world, you rub shoulders with the cream. Let us pay this Becklug a visit.
I'm not sure what you're plotting to do with souls, but if you require Becklug's assistance, we can help.
Aye, they've aided us time and again, and I reckon they'd do the same for your friend here. Come with us to the Cabinet of Curiosity.
Well, yes, I reckon they would, because I'm friends with them. I know Becklug. They've helped me many a time, and I've helped them. Yes, they will gladly help me. I don't need someone to introduce us or to ask on my behalf. If you're ready, I'll call for Becklug.
Ah, the genius soul sommelier. You come highly recommended by Genosia. And what an adorable little puppy you have.
So, what? Puppy? I beg your pardon, but there seems to be some confusion.
Puppy? Who is this imbecile, Genosia? I've half a mind to make him dig a hole so I can throw him in it. But I presume he is a friend of yours, and one in need, no less? What? Another of your friends that needs to be sent back to the source? Have you forgotten how complex and difficult it was to do it the first time? Yet you waltz in here and ask me this favor with the air of one shopping for a new hat.
I mean, you've done it like 8 times before.
His case is no different from the others, at least. He is present only in soul, as they were. We'll need another spirit vessel, of course. You don't happen to have one on you already, do you?
I do.
Entrusted to you by the Crystal Exarch, you say? Heh! If only he knew how you were using it. Fortunately, I have a porksy on hand. We've been using it to treat patients at risk of transforming it into eaters. But I suppose it's due for a change of pace. There is, however, one concern. In case I didn't make it clear before, the process can place great strain upon one's soul. If he is lacking in resilience, there is a chance he will not survive, or his will not survive. That his very essence will be rent asunder.
That's a risk I am willing to take. After what he's lived through, it would be implausibly anticlimactic for him to die like that.
Ha ha! Junasia knows me all too well, I assure you, my good sommelier, who is most certainly not a dog. You needn't worry for Hildibrand, Helidor, Maximilian Vanderbilt.
Yes, I get the distinct impression that the gods themselves could not kill him if they tried. And they have. Come along then, I can't be bothered to remember that name.
1,000 thanks. Simply point me to the soul siphon, and I shall hop right in.
The rest of you can wait here. I promise I won't hurt him, no matter how much I might be tempted. You will be pleased to know that the process was smooth and uneventful. Honestly, I was hoping for more of a challenge. All you need to do is take his spirit vessel back to the source and bring it in contact with his corporeal body. He should awaken immediately with his soul and memories intact.
If there's nothing else, Vernard and I should be getting back to our duties. It was a pleasure, Junasia, if all too brief. I won't pretend I understood even a fraction of what happened, but I'm glad I was there for it.
Till we meet again, rest assured that Thaler and I will be doing our best to look after the people here in your absence.
Alright. Back to Ratatan.
You're back! And not a moment too soon. We have an emergency on our hands.
Yeah, where is he?
The Inspector's soul is in this, you say? That's great. But we have another problem now. The Inspector's body has gone missing. We went to the markets to do some shopping, and when we came back, he was nowhere to be seen.
I double-checked that every door was locked before we left, but there's nothing to suggest someone forced their way in.
We've got a case on our hands. The case of the evaporating inspector. We must begin our investigation at once. Come on, let's start looking for witnesses.
Vase. Did I see anyone get carried out of that house, you ask? I was too distracted with stock taking, to make note of any comings or goings. Sorry I couldn't be of more help.
I didn't see anyone carry a person out of that house, no. But I did see a man carrying a particularly large sack. So heavy he strained to lift it. I didn't think much of it at the time, but now that you mention it, it was a bit suspicious.
Yeah. There you are! This man says he has vital information that will help us in our investigation.
A pleasure to make your acquaintance. I am Delian, editor-in-chief of The Thavnarian Truth, a monthly publication devoted to exploring unexplained and otherworldly phenomena of our isle.
Now, the last time we had a journalist helping us, they turned out to be the bad guy.
Your companion shared with me the news of your friend's disappearance, and I happen to know precisely who is behind the incident. But I fear you may not like the answer, for the kidnapper is not of this star. They come from the heavens, from beyond the great expanse. They descend in curious saucer-shaped airships to study our world, our society, our buildings, our very bodies. You shudder, no doubt, as you realize of whom I speak. It couldn't be. You protest, but it could, and it is. Your dear friend, the inspector, has been abducted by aliens.
Do these aliens happen to be cute little rabbit people?
Oh, but he'll be fine, you assure yourself. After all, they just want to understand us better, you poor deluded child. That they do. But to what end? Why else? That they might one day take over our world!
So, you're a conspiracy theorist.
What is worse, they plot to do so with the aid of collaborators. For the Sharlians are in league with our would-be overlords, providing the aliens with vital information on our vulnerabilities in exchange for a position of power within their regime.
No, the Loperates are just fine. They are wonderful little bunny people.
The final days was also the work of these alien invaders.
No.
An attempt to sow chaos that our world would be easier to conquer. Blessedly, it was thwarted. If only by dumb luck, excuse you, as those that did the thwarting were blissfully unaware of the true nature of the threat. I had hoped the setback would discourage the aliens from coming back, if not move them to abandon their ambitions. But it would seem events have only emboldened them, if they are indeed carrying out abductions here in Radzatan. Even as we speak, your friend lays prone on a sterile bed in their base on the surface of the moon, where they poke and probe him with inscrutable instruments as their floppy ears wiggle with fiendish delight. Ah, but I have said too much. I must continue my investigation in secret. The fate of our world is at stake.
No, the Loperates are wonderful little bunny people. Excuse me, bunny people. They are not trying to take over our world. They were created solely to help. Also, you! Stop spying on her! Stop it! Oh no! That sounded awful! We have to go to the moon and save the inspector at once! I think he was a few materia short of a full meld. At least he got the floppy ears part right. Yeah, no, he's completely way off base. So you don't think the inspector's somewhere getting probed by aliens? But if not them, then who's probing him? I'm not sure. Maybe the Loperates do have him, but they're not trying to take over the world. A man carrying a suspiciously large sack? That sounds promising. Maybe someone else can tell us more. Yes. Maybe. He's gone. Someone up ahead may have seen something. Let's ask around. Nashu is now accompanying you. Keep her at your side. Uh-huh. More of this. Let's go, Nashu. Nashu Makaraka.
discuss the Arkasodara.
Pariga and his family are the nicest people. They've got such gentle eyes and long snouts, too. Longer than anyone I've ever met in Eorzea. If anyone can lead us to Inspector Hildibrand, it'll be that man with the large sack. I know it.
Darichi. The man with the sack? Indeed, I couldn't help but take note of him as he passed, trying so very hard to be inconspicuous as he was. He descended to Alzadal's path, then went over to the fountain where he met with a merchant, I believe. Such a hefty sack it was. My mind was racing with the possibilities of what it might contain. That had to be our man.
That had to be our man, right? We need to hunt down that merchant.
Indeed. Let's go! It's fine. It is only 104,000 damage. How are you doing, Nashu?
It's incredible, isn't it? It reminds me of the great statue of Lord Godbert at the Gold Saucer. Once the inspector's back on his feet, we'll have to show him.
Yes.
A man with a large sack? You bet I saw him. In fact, I sold him my chocobo. You what? At first, I told him to get lost. That bird and I go way back, and so forth. But he was in a hurry, and his offer was very generous. When you're in my line of work, you can't afford to get too sentimental. And now I can buy a whole stable's worth of chocobos.
Did he say where he was planning to go next?
He was muttering something about having to get to Saltwind's Welcome in a hurry. Probably why he was desperate for a chocobo. It's a long way to go on foot, never mind a sack.
Did you hear that, Janasia? We need to head to Saltwind's Welcome right away.
I'm thinking it's one or two people that ran off with Hildibrand's body. Either it was Gilgamesh back to try and fight Hildibrand again, or it was that alchemist man doing something nefarious again. Alright, now shoot.
Here we are, which means the mysterious man with the mysterious sack must be near. Keep your eyes peeled.
Uh-huh.
Over there! That man is definitely up to no good.
Do I get to see him?
Maybe he's waiting for a co-conspirator? We should stay out of sight and watch what happens.
If you say so, Nashu. Hey, Nashu. Okay, I knew it. Come on.
Ah, Mr. Chupacabra? But he expressly told us he had put the evil schemes behind him. He wouldn't lie, would he?
Oh, yes, he would. The goods appear to be none the worse for wear. Very well, your payment as promised. My client will be most pleased. What? Oh no! Is he going to feed the inspector to that giant sea monster? It's not a sea monster, it's a robot.
It is an honor and a pleasure as always, Dr. Luge. I have faith this specimen will meet with your satisfaction.
So, hang on. So, this is the one said to be the strongest, most... Hang on, what? I'm having trouble hearing. Okay, it does... Sorry. So this is the one who's said to be the strongest, most resilient in all the world. The Mandeville Man.
None other. He has weathered countless explosions and a multitude of martial abuses, including a devastating suplex I myself did witness. It is even said he survived a journey to Dalamud itself, and survived the Lesser Moon's fall with nary a scratch.
Indeed.
Most fortunately for us, he has fallen into a coma from which I am assured he will never awake. You are free to do with his body as you please.
Even the mightiest of warriors can't find sleep. Those meddlers may have gotten the better of me and my beautiful boy in the Tower of Babel, but my next child will be all but invincible. With this body, mine to command, I will exact a bloody, glorious revenge.
Forgive me my boldness, Dr. Luge, but when might I expect the rest of my payments? I have debts that must be repaid.
Worry not. With the Teleporoi gone for good, the vast fortune of House Brutus is entirely at my disposal. I shall shower you with wealth, my loyal minion.
And gladly shall I accept the spoils, Doctor, and resolve never to renounce my wicked ways, for surely this time I will suffer no comeuppance.
Really? Excuse me, but I've been needing that gentleman.
No, not you, not now. I must away.
Hey! Hey! You get back here! Wait! Dr. Luge! My payment!
Wake up, Inspector! I feel like you need to be a bit closer. Okay. Fastball special. That very important, possibly delicate crystal.
Could it be? The world's no longer purple!
Oh, what? Ah! Dang it, I clicked at the wrong time. Did you push a button? Hildibrand. No, don't.
Mommy!
Hildibrand. Well, there he goes. Into the clouds. And higher still. Hey, Hildibrand? No? Not going to the moon.
Not again!
No, you should probably let go of the missile that is likely to explode upon impact. So it went into space and then straight back to where it was launched from? Maybe a different button. Ding dong! What? That's a big explosion. Wait a minute, it was a full moon just moments ago. Oh, Hildibrand.
I say, that was a rather dramatic series of events to awaken to. But more importantly, after a brief detour, I find myself in my own world once more. My most sincere apologies for causing you such trouble, my loyal assistants. But rejoice, for Hildibrand, Agent of Enquiry, Inspector Extraordinaire, has made his triumphant return.
Wait a minute! The stalker! Also, several dodos. Where are those dodos coming from? Where is all this stuff coming from? The beach was empty! Wait! Inspector!
I knew it! An alien abduction! And to think I would have the chance to witness one with my own eyes! This month's issue of The Thavnarian Truth shall be the best one yet.
And just when I thought we finally had the inspector back, off he went. And then came back, and then floated off again. Yep. And off he goes. Hey, Nashu. I know it's not the first time that he's taken to the skies without warning, but still, it's always a little disappointing. Still, there's
no use crying over flying inspectors. Let's return to Ratatan.
I mean, I could go check the moon. Maybe he did get abducted to the moon for some reason. I'm not sure what the Loporits would be doing that. And that, I don't think the Loporits have any flying saucers.
Oh, Inspector, why have you left me again? And where have you gone? No, this won't do. Get it together, Nashu. There's a case to be solved. Just you wait, Inspector. Your loyal assistant Nashu will solve the mystery of your disappearance. Again. And don't you worry, Gymnasia. As soon as I have a new lead, you'll be the first to know. Till next time.
Meanwhile, in Mare Lamentorum, yeah, on the moon. So who abducted him? Seems they don't like him. Well, it's not a Loporit. What is going on with your face? A Chow? He's adorable. He's got little scribble eyes. What? With astute mind and explosive panache, he'll find the crime, crack the case in a flash. Dashing, debonair, pure gentleman's flair, our agent of inquiry, Hildibrand Mandeville. Truth and justice never go out of style. See you, Inspector. Yeah, what happened to him? What happened to the creepy stalker dude? Is he still in the flying saucer? Nashu Makaraka awaits your approach, like a butterfly poised to set off a hurricane.
Gymnasia, I have a new lead. And just as promised, you're the first to know. Before we get into the details, though, I should give you back your soul container. Yeah. I gave it a good scrub first, of course. Being the gentleman that he is, I'm sure the inspector wouldn't want to leave any lingering spiritual odors.
Yeah.
There! Now you can listen to my findings without having distracting thoughts like, when is Nashu going to give me back my soul container? Now, as for the lead I mentioned, I was thumbing through a periodical and found an article on alien abduction. The way it was described was almost exactly what happened to the inspector. It even had a little diagram of a man swimming in midair. Anyway, the author seemed convinced that the victim had been taken to the moon.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's an article on this exact abduction. This crackpot theory sounds awfully familiar. Why does this sound like the kind of rubbish the Thavnarian Truth publishes? That rubbish.
That's because it is! You remember Dorian, the editor in Briefs?
The what?
He was the one who wrote it! And he plans on doing research for the next edition of the moon itself, or on the moon itself. Apparently there's a portal or something in Garlemald that will take you straight there. Oh, but a world-hopping adventurer like you must have been to the moon already. No, like the back of your hand, I bet.
Oh yeah.
I thought so. It'll be nice to have an expert guide up there to help me search for clues. What say you?
We shouldn't be so quick to trust the nonsensical ramblings of a man who sees aliens in every shadow. To the moon! Nashu! Diamond hands!
Right! I'll start packing my bags. I don't know what the weather is like on the moon, but I remember Garlemald being a bit chilly the last time I was there.
Oh, yes. To Camp Broken Glass. Nashu.
Oh, it's much colder than I remembered. I sure hope this lunar gate is close.
Yeah.
The Tower of Babel? You mean that big spiky spire? Well, we definitely shouldn't get lost on the way there. Let's get moving.
Yeah, that place right there. Let's go. Just a short journey off to the tower. Also, as far as weather on the moon goes, as I recall, it's clear skies. I mean, the moon doesn't exactly have an atmosphere or any water.
So, this thing will send us up to the moon, just like that? Courage, Nashu.
Yeah, I mean, it'll kind of gotta activate it and then... The world is in grave danger. The people deserve to know. I have to reach the moon so I can expose the truth.
As I have explained to you twice already, I can only allow passage to authorized travelers, which you are not.
Oh, you're with them, aren't you? The aliens have infiltrated every layer of our society.
What in blazes are you talking about? I'm Dalmaskin, born and raised. Oh, look! It's Dorian, the editor-in-briefs!
That's Delian, editor-in-chief. Thank you very much. And you are friends of the abducted, I believe?
Genosia, greetings. Are you acquainted with this man by any chance?
He exposited in my direction once. No, nor am I affiliated with him in any way, shape, or form. Nope. No affiliation whatsoever. Nope. Don't know the man.
I wouldn't think so. He doesn't seem the kind of company a hero like you would keep. But Genosia, aren't you forgetting that whole conversation we had with Dorian back in Razat Han?
Nope, no conversation. Genosia? As in Genosia Vasan, slayer of gods, savior of Ishgard, liberator of the provinces, stealer of pads? Whoa. How did I fail to recognize such an unbelievably famous individual? Hey, that last one though, wait, what, huh? As a champion of the people, you have a duty to lead us through this fact-strangling checkpoint. We cannot let your comrade's abduction go unsolved. He needs you, and the world needs my next article. You can let me and Nashu through, but you don't have to let this man through.
And you believe he was taken to the moon? Well, that certainly sounds like an emergency to me. Your acquaintance here seems sincere in his desire to help, so I will grant him special dispensation to accompany you just this once. You may proceed to the Nethergate.
Mysterious forces have thrust us together, and though I trust the fates about as much as I trust that obviously compromised gate guard, I will leave no moonstone unturned. The truth is up there.
Sir, I need you to stop. I really need you to stop. But off we go. Here it is, the moon.
Ooh, the moon is just as white and shiny up close. But not made of cheese. And no sign of Inspector Hildibrand either.
So, we've already arrived? The Empire's technology is more advanced than I feared. Over there, the aliens have built some kind of forward base on the lunar surface. We must sneak in and blow the lid on their invasion plans.
No. Looks like Dorian has a lead. Come on, we should follow him. I mean, really, we don't have to. We could just ditch him on the moon.
Aliens! Honest to God's aliens! I never expected them to be so tall, or so small and bunny-like. Welcome. If I had known I was receiving so many visitors, I would have sent for more tea. That voice speaking inside my head. I don't know the words, but their meaning is clear. Are they wielding psychic powers to try and brainwash me?
You all right there, friend? Need help with anything in particular?
And this one speaks our tongue fluently. Learned it from the Charlian collaborators, I'll wager. Don't think you'll fool me, what with your adorable bunny nose and silken ears. I'll print the truth before you arrive to beguile my fellow man.
You're one of Urianche's friends, aren't you? I'm not sure who or what put such odd ideas into your companion's head, but would you mind setting him straight for me?
Yeah. Hey, moron. They're not alien invaders, although their adorableness does belie their capacity for shenanigans. They're allies of all mankind, misguided attempts to make us live off carrots alone notwithstanding. They're not alien invaders. They do have a capacity for shenanigans, but
They got to you, didn't they? I suppose I shouldn't be surprised. I've heard the rumors about the disbanded Scions of the Seventh Dawn. The formerly secret society has in truth become all the more secret, that it may pull our leaders' strings from the shadows.
Hold it right there, mister! I won't stand here and listen to you slander Junasia or this lovely bunny any longer! You better not libel them neither! We actually came in search of Inspector Hildibrand, a dashing gentleman who we think was brought here by a shiny flying saucer. You wouldn't happen to have seen either of them around here, would you?
I'm afraid I've seen neither. Long was it my duty to keep watch, but as the need for constant vigilance has since ended, I've grown accustomed to idleness. It's rather refreshing, really. Anyway, perhaps the Loperates may have observed this man or his abductor.
I feel I would have remembered if I had. The others might have seen something, though. Why don't I take you over to Bestway's Burrow, and you can ask them about it yourself? That sounds like a wonderful idea. Please, lead the way. If nothing else, getting an eyeful of the facilities we built for the benefit of mankind should help reassure your suspicions, or suspicious friend there.
this man is just... He is so far gone. Yes, this is Bestway's Burrow. The Loperates were created by Hydaelyn to help human or mankind. All right?
So, many bunnies!
If they can build a forward base on this scale, then what hope does mankind have against them?
For the love of carrots, this is not a military operation! Do you see any cannons or assault craft? We haven't any weaponry at all. Take your time and chat with whomever you like. As for me, I've got perfectly innocuous and not at all nefarious things to do. Bye now! Right then, let's get on with the investigation.
Nashu and Delian are now accompanying you. Keep them at your side in order to proceed with quest objectives. Yes, I know how this mechanic works. I've seen it and used it 50 times now.
An aetherite? A convenient tool for meeting with their Charlie and co-conspirators, no doubt. Oh, they'll tell you aetherites were an Allegan invention, but it was really just one of many alien technological secrets received in exchange for their undying loyalty. Link pearls too. Be careful what you say on those private calls. The Charlies are always listening.
Look, they even have an aetherite here.
See, a much better response. Way to make a living. Hello, languid loperate.
Oh, I often stretch my legs out there under the stars, but can't say I've noticed anything out of the ordinary. Sorry. Not to worry. We'll try our luck elsewhere. Thank you.
Furry-faced liars, the lot of them. They're probably hiding an entire fleet of alien attack craft.
I swear, I am going to punch you in the face, sir. Even my level 60 in monk could easily deck you to the next star.
Core, that's a big fan. It must get hot in here.
A propulsion engine? Of course! This is no mere moon. You know the satellite upon which we stand was never a natural celestial body, right?
Yes?
It was a grand fabrication of the ancients. They were in contact with aliens even back then, but the purpose of their ambitious construction has eluded us until now. It's obvious that the moon is a colossal star-faring vessel.
Yes, actually. Yes, it is a star-faring vessel, specifically designed to bring people from the star below onto this moon and take them to somewhere else, because this star was under threat. I swear. This star is an invention of Heidelin, not aliens.
Oh, ever since we built the Excitotron 6000, we get all kinds of people around here. Could you describe your missing friend in a bit more detail? Well, he's very gentlemanly and dapper. If you look past the almost certainly tattered state of his clothing. Though their fashion sense can be a bit eclectic, our visiting adventurers are always dressed impeccably. Not to be rude, but I've a feeling your friend would have stood out in that crowd.
He's probably strapped to a table somewhere, even as we speak, enduring unspeakable experiments. Ugh. From what I've pieced together so far, the giant alien is the master, and all these smaller xenobunnies are artificial life forms created to serve as minions in his armies. Their harmless appearance is part of the strategy. As soon as you let your guard down, snap! They take you down like a pack of tiny herbivorous wolves.
Dorian has some interesting theories, doesn't he? Being nibbled to death by a mob of cuddly bunnies doesn't sound like a bad way to go.
Uh-huh. grieving way.
No gentleman in ragged clothes, I'm afraid, but I did spot an object in flight that I couldn't immediately identify. It was while I was out gathering materials in the south of Mare Lamentorum. I presumed it was just some elegant relic or new species of floating jellyfish, and didn't think too much of it.
Where do you think you're going?
Core, that sounds promising! Thank you for your time.
What's this then? A pod for growing new xenobunnies? They must plan to produce them in the millions and overwhelm us with sheer fuzzy numbers. Oh, how could I have been so blind? Those aren't ears, they're psychic wave generators. They lure people close with their precious little faces and then bam, brainwashed. I figured it all out, alien scum. And once the world reads my special edition, your dreams of domination will be done for, ha!
What a strange and oddly aggravating man. Is he a friend of yours too? He thinks he's a friend to the people, but I don't think any people are his friends. Right, let's get out there and find that flying object. Do you know which direction is south?
Yeah.
Wait, I'm coming with you! Don't leave me alone with the brainwashing xenobunnies!
This man. Look at those stars. And also that. Just gotta sail across the moon. I can't seem to recall the name of that shadow being that was locked in here, imprisoned here. I think it started with a Z. Oh boy. Time to observe our surroundings. Oh look! Oh! Mr. Doggo! Well, that's as far left as I can go. Also, this moron. Hello, Delian. Find the alien craft, though. There it is. Why can't I... Hello? How am I supposed to locate it if it won't let me? Come on. There.
Ah, there it is! And there it goes. Come on, we can't let it get away. We did it, Geonosia! We found the inspector! Case closed!
Horrendous. Only aliens could subject a man to such a callous and physically implausible fate.
No, he's done this many times without aliens' involvement. Oh, but that though.
Are my eyes playing tricks on me? Or do you see a whole field of planted Hildibrands?
Well, well, what a delightful surprise to see you here. Or, sorry. I saw Nashu jumping up and down. I thought she was talking.
Well, well, what a delightful surprise to see you here, wherever here happens to be. My, what an impressive specimen of a gentleman you are, good sir. The same could be said of you, my good man.
Oh boy. A dozen more Hildebrands. Just what the world needed.
Is this an extemporaneous gentleman's club, if I may be so bold as to join you?
What in the name of the occult is happening here? Where did they all come from? They're phantom Hildebrands created by the refraction of starlight through swamp gas. Could be they're Hildibrand clones grown in an alien laboratory's flesh vats. No, we'll stick to swamp gas, yes. Not feeding into this man's theories. Imposters, you mean? Don't worry, I know just how to find the real inspector. With a bomb? Nashu? Nashu? Nashu!
Cease and desist, Nashu! Use your powers of seduction!
They're also authentic and synchronized. I honestly can't tell the difference.
Well, look no further, for I am the one and only Hildibrand, Agent of Inquiry and Inspector Extraordinaire. The one and only? I believe that would be me, good sir. How odd! I think you will find that I am the original Hildibrand. Oh, I am more than certain that I am Hildibrand. As am I. Could it be that we are all Hildibrand? How positively marvelous! I propose we celebrate this auspicious moment as only a mob of Mandeville men can!
Here we go.
What manner of waking nightmare is this?
It's the Mandeville Mumbo! Done in sync, in a circle. And there goes Nashi doing her dance. There's the saucer. Nani? Look at his little scribble eyes. How does that physically work? They're two-dimensional eyeballs.
Apologies for the confusion, my friends. I assure you that this time you stand in the presence of the inimitable Hildibrand Helidor Maximilian Mandeville. And this diminutive blue chap here is my new associate, Master Pipoo.
Another alien species!
Of course, you're building a clone army to invade our star, and what we stumbled upon was a field test. I do not believe we've had the pleasure, my excitable fellow, but I promise you that the amicable Master Poo-Poo has no desire to wage any clone wars. Then, what's this all about? Are you telling me you weren't abducted? A simple misunderstanding!
Oh, here we go. Another vision of the Echo.
Oh, ho, ho! What a charming little rascal you are! An offshoot of the Mandragora family, perchance. Poo-poo? Ah, I see. Pleased to make your acquaintance, Master Pipoo. Might I inquire as to our current whereabouts? I had but recently reunited with Nashu and Janasia, and would greatly appreciate it if you could convey me back to my prior location. Up we go.
Or up they go.
Splendid! Full speed ahead, my dear fellow! Steady on now. This is not what I had in mind!
Pop them out like Pikmin. Wait, they're not stuck in the ground, they're just lying there.
My word, you've generated a veritable battalion of identical gentlemen! Surely the world could never safely contain so much pure Mandevillian magnificence! Could you perchance reverse the process? Uh-oh.
Bomb. Big bomb. So is this how they ended up in the ground? Yep. And then we came along.
Oh gods, no! Not like that!
And one of them got away.
Mummy! Thus I have concluded that Master Pipoo has no grasp of the common tongue, and his true intentions, while surely peaceable, may remain woefully unclear. It was only through frenzied gestures that I managed to direct him back here and have him clean up our Mandeville multiplicity incident.
I hail. Poo-poo, poo-poo, from a star. Poo-poo, a great distance from here. He came from a star, just like Ultraman. Poo-poo, I came in search of a friend whose communications halted mid-exploration.
All this way to aid a comrade in distress, you say? The devotion, the determination, your touching story has sunk its hooks into my heart. Fear not, my blue-hued friend, for I, Hildibrand, Agent of Enquiry, Inspector Extraordinaire, have attached myself to this case like a stubborn barnacle on a kraken's behind. I swear to you, here and now, I shall scour all of creation, from the deepest pit of the seven to the very pinnacle of the heavens, for the missing comrade that you so desperately seek.
Don't you worry, Kapoo.
Tell me, Genossia, how is it that you're able to understand Master Papoo's language? The power of echoes. Ah, you mean persistent repetition. It sounds similar to the Mandeville art of parley. Parlay.
You're saying you have an extrasensory ability that allows communication with aliens? How fascinating. Yes, most fascinating indeed.
Pending mysteries aside, I am glad indeed to once more be in the company of my faithful assistant and stalwart contemporary both.
Indeed. Hildibrand. The imperfect gentleman. Unfazed by events that would shatter the mind of a lesser man, Hildibrand stands ready to begin his next case.
So begins the case of the silent correspondent.
Not to rain on your parade, but my friend who was somewhere on your star stopped sending me messages. Is not a lot to go on. I've spent years investigating the existence of aliens, and recent experiences notwithstanding, they are not that easy to find.
Then you don't know how Inspector Hildibrand. Or then you don't know Inspector Hildibrand. He'll solve this case as he's solved countless others with unerring perception and panache.
Oh, ha ha ha! Well said, Noshu. I need but relinquish conscious thought to investigative instinct, and the clues will flow to me forthwith.
Lose yourself in the deductive current, Inspector!
You're channeling, aren't you? Contacting a higher power to breach the veil of mystery? Another fascinating development.
He just does this. Ah, there you are! I've been looking all over! Thought you'd like to know that I spotted that chap you were asking about. You know, the well-muscled gentleman with tattered clothing and dazzling teeth. You mean this gentleman? We found him too! Well, that can't be right. I just saw him in the north of Mare Lamentorum, and he ran the other way when I called out. I don't understand how he could have arrived before me. I have a feeling, Mr. Bunny, sir, that what you saw was an imposter. Genossia, would you mind asking Mr. Poo-Poo if he was growing any more inspectors on the moon?
One of them did run away in that vision of the past.
Poo-Poo! I only created a single batch, but one did manage to escape the vaporization beam. That individual's behavior was unpredictable. a flaw in the cloning process, I'm afraid.
One of them escaped.
Well, this won't do at all. We can't have a flawed inspector running around besmirching the Mandeville name. Master Papu, I must ask that we hunt down and liquidate my other self as soon as possible. Might we delay the search for your comrade until the deed is done?
The imperfect clone was of my making. It is only right that I redress my mistake first.
Nodders.
So begins the case of the imposter inspector.
That does sound exciting. If you don't mind me coming along, I can show you the place where I saw the imposter inspector.
Little Papu is so adorable. Look at them. Look at them. Running with their arms up. Yes, that's right. I am flying on the moon, flapping the wings of my mountain zoo. Ah, finally, the name of the shadow being comes to me at last. Zodiac. Zodiac was its name, I believe. My brain kept going, Zoroark, and I'm like, no, that's Pokemon, brain. That's not, no, that's Pokemon. Zoroark is a Pokemon. However, Zodiac, I believe, is the name that I was looking for.
I espy with my little eye no dashingly detective gentleman.
He can't have made it that far on foot. Why don't we try searching the immediate area? Scan the horizon, that kind of thing.
Then I suggest we split up so we can cover more ground. Nashu, Genosia, and I will investigate to the west.
Right. I'll take these other two and head east.
Splitting the party again? And you're leaving me with the aliens?
Oh, relax, Bright Eyes. We'll have a nice chat and I can disabuse you of all those strange conspiratorial notions. Oh, and we can get to know our new friend here.
You don't know how... You don't understand his speech, though. Alright.
Let us be on our way as well. With Genosia in the van, if you please.
In the van? What van? Hildibrand? Hildibrand, what's a van? What is a van, Hildibrand? As far as I know, there does not exist any cars in this world, in this game, other than the one that I specifically got from an FF4 or FF15 event. Which means it comes from a different universe.
Oh, look down there. They have their own hot spring.
My dear Nashu, what you are observing is no hot spring, but a natural reservoir of ceruleum. With such a rich resource at hand, it is no wonder they can afford these palatial residences.
I'm glad you're here to educate me, Inspector. I was about to take a quick soak.
Behold this sublime vista. 'Tis as if the moon herself breathes beneath our feet.
Oh, look down there. They have their very own hot spring.
No. Not a hot spring. Not a hot spring. Thinker. Hammer-struck thinker? Don't tell me Godbert is on the moon. Godbert's on the moon. That's Godbert's hammer. A goldsmithing hammer is lodged in the thinker's carcass. It appears to have been dealt a single, swift, killing blow.
Core, the bugs grow big up here, don't they?
This hammer? Surely it cannot be. Nay, it does not bear thinking about. Come along, nothing to see here.
Why is Godbert on the moon? How do we... Hey, can you two hop in my regalia? Perhaps? Hey, look at that! They totally can. Definitely hop into the regalia. That's how they got here.
What a dazzling display of stars!
Not a single cloud in sight. In fact, I've never seen the night sky so clearly.
Now that you mention it, it's been nighttime the entire time I've been here. How much longer until dawn breaks, do you think?
No, I'm pretty sure... Actually, we're not even on... Hopefully we are on a side of the... Wait a minute. Now hold up. Now hold up a minute here. See, in real life, the moon has a perpetually dark side of it. Basically, it rotates at the same speed as it rotates around its axis at the same speed as it rotates around the Earth. So we're always seeing the exact same side of the moon from Earth. The other side of the moon remains, well, does it? I'm not sure. No, it can't remain perpetually dark, right? Yeah, of course not, because obviously there's solar eclipses where that side of the moon is very much fully in sunlight. But anyways, it perpetually remains away from us. And most of the time when we see the moon, we're seeing, you know, that one side, and the other side of it is completely dark. But anyways, I don't think we would want to be here when the sunlight is shining directly on this side of the moon. But also, where is the sun? And how is it this bright? How is it this bright when the sun is not shining on this side of the moon? Huh? Or is there something that I just don't know about the physics of light shining on the moon? Hammer-struck moose. Another goldsmithing hammer. Another killing blow that bespeaks unparalleled strength.
Aw, it looks like he's yawning. The hammer stuck in his head spoils the effect, though.
He cannot be here. Why would he be here?
That's a goldsmithing tool, isn't it? It does look awfully familiar.
And yet completely unrelated to our case. Moving on, people, moving on!
It's your dad, Hildibrand. Why are you so afraid of seeing your dad on the moon? Trail of fancy footprints. A set of gentlemanly tracks leads to the northwest.
Aha! In the sand, in the snow, or in a half-ilm of moon dust, I'd recognize those fancy footprints anywhere. They're a perfect copy of mine.
No, they're not.
Our fugitive imposter must be just up ahead.
No, look. There's no separation in the footprint. Your shoes have a very distinct heel to them, and that would be present in the footprints if these were an exact match to yours. These are clearly flat-footed shoes.
I sense a gentlemanly presence. He is close, very close.
No clones in the northeastern quadrant that we can see.
Is that Poo-Poo?
That's clever! Mr. Poo-Poo can scout for us from the air!
Aha! I found me!
There he is. He's depressed?
Why? Why did I flee?
He seems sad, downcast, very un-inspector-like.
A flawed creation, to be sure. Such negative emotions would never mar the heart of a true Mandeville man.
Uh-oh.
Godbert.
Is he naked again? He totally is. Why are you so afraid of your father?
Praise Thal for his patience. 'Twould seem my beloved Hilde has been awoken from his unnatural slumber.
Oh boy. You missed? Godbert's not used to such a depressed Hildibrand.
Abandoning my gentlemen comrades to save myself, my pride in worse tatters than my maltreated wardrobe.
My fatherly love denied? Unthinkable, unless that is not my son.
Hildibrand, where are you running? What's the matter, sir? You never seen Godbert? Manderville? Owner of the Golden Saucer? Just bounding across the moon.
Oh, here we go. Another of me survived. I'll not turn tail and run this time. No, sir. Hildibrand to the rescue. And off he goes.
Round and round as fast as I can. I can't slow down. I'm a Mandeville man.
Mandeville dance of the ephemeral twins. Great, now... Well, now they're all mixed up, so we don't know which one's which. Boo, no! What? Where did it? What? What? Excuse me? Hey, Loprit, what's that? What? What? What is happening? What? What is going on? What? Now I know I'm dreaming. That can't possibly be real. That was a little something we were preparing to welcome the people of Aetheris. I almost forgot it was still there. Boo-boo, no! You saucer! Oh no! Wait, was that Enkidu? Enkidu? Oh, I think I saw the creepy stalker. There he is! And off he runs. And there's Enkidu, yeah. Oh, goodness. The barrage appears to have stopped, but just look at all this junk. Please be sure to pick up your litter before you leave. The moon belongs to everyone, you know. A water stone. Now you could evolve your Eevee into a Vaporeon. Or your Poliwhirl into Poliwrath.
Aha!
Yeah, take that stuff back up there. Okay, good. We didn't have to worry too much about that mix-up.
Hildibrand, Helidor, Maximilian Mandeville. How glad I am to see you up and about. Your mother will be beside herself with joy.
I only stand before you now thanks to Nashu, who stood ever vigilant at my bedside, and to Jasia, who ferried my soul back from across the rift.
Yeah.
My son is indeed blessed with comrades of quality. You'll have my heartfelt gratitude. To you, Master Papu, I extend my apologies. In my excitement, I fear I have broken your starship. If there is aught I can do to help effect repairs, you'll have only to ask.
Papu, my vessel experienced a temporary malfunction, but there was no major structural damage.
It brings me relief and joy to hear it. Might I have a word, Genosia? I had actually come to the moon in search of a certain rare ore, and by Thal's good graces, my quest has been successful. The ore, however, is but the first step of a longer saga. Meet me back in Razatan, and I will explain the role I wish you to play.
Yes, I think it best we make the journey starwards. We'll not find Master Papu's friend from up here unless someone packed an extremely efficacious spyglass. Anybody? No? Then home it is.
Yeah, just spyglass down to Heidelin, down to the star, and just like, where are you?
For years, I've chased after the supernatural and the inexplicable, but to encounter so much of it in such a short span of time, my mind still reels from the implications. Yet I must keep my gaze focused beyond the veil. A chance like this comes only once in a lifetime.
Yeah. The implications, though? What implications might those be? Oh, and here we are, back in Razatan.
Ah, how lovely to be back on the star of my birth. Father did not tarry to chat, but said something about returning here with a trusted employee.
Huh.
Well, we've no time for further familial pleasantries. Nashu and I must devote all our mental energies to the case of the silent correspondent. My keen inspector sense impels me to begin our search in that direction. Make haste, my companions, for justice awaits now for no man. Not even one who is still little in blue.
Inspector, wait! Can't justice make an exception for me?
His channeling appears to be remarkably effective. Fascinating. Yes, most fascinating indeed. Genosia, forgive me. I seem to have been laboring under a misconception. After spending some time with the Xenobuddies, it's become clear to me that they have not the slightest intention of invading our star. They are no threat to us. Yes.
But he is!
You know of whom I speak. That devious Master Papu and his diabolical devices devised solely for world domination. I shall have to investigate him further to learn the intricacies of his plans, but I may require your aid, not to mention your interpretation. I'll even pay you a retainer fee, so please, when the time comes, join me on my quest for the truth. No, don't nod your head. No! This man is insane!
Ah, Genosia, my apologies for the wait. Shall we proceed to business, then? The task at hand concerns nothing less than a family legacy. The recreation of the historically significant and astronomically magnificent Mandeville weapons! They were the designs of a distant ancestor, you see. While the originals have long since vanished, the manual containing the secrets of their construction has survived, a precious heirloom passed down through generations of Mandevilles.
Why the sudden passion for weaponsmithing? Aren't your hammers built for hammering gold?
'Tis true that as a goldsmith, I've had little occasion for crafting implements of war. Why this project and why now? You may very well ask, and I shall very well tell you. The tale begins not so long ago. I was here in Radzatan to discuss a deal with an up-and-coming merchant. The matter in question was an acquisition proposal. Alas, the talks soured, so I made preparations to depart. It was then that the sky burst into flame. You know all too well what horrors followed. I did my best to defend the citizenry from the beasts which spawned, yet I could not save them all. Saved far too few, in fact. The memory of it haunted me day and night, and I found myself unable to work. But then I heard the news of how you and your companions had ventured forth to banish this evil at its source. You forged on in the face of deepest despair, and it gave me the courage to do the same. I took a good hard look in the looking glass and asked, what can Godbert Mandeville do to safeguard the people of this star? Thus did I realize that I had both the knowledge and the skill to forge the greatest of weapons, that I might empower others to protect themselves and their fellow man. So I began going down the list, acquiring the necessary materials with single-minded purpose. One of these was a goodly chunk of purest mandarium ore, a metal found exclusively in meteorites, and that only rarely. I searched high and low, scouring impact sites and consorting with kobolds, all to no avail. Then, when none was to be found on Heidelin, I set my sights on the moon, where I at last obtained a seismic sample. Now I say, at last, but the list of materials goes on. If I'm to collect the rest in a timely fashion, I must employ the help of a comrade of quality. When you can spare a moment from adventuring, or aiding my dear son in his inspecting, pray drop a word in the ear of my manservant here. I shall clear my schedule of trivial interruptions, and we can proceed with the recreation of a Mandeville weapon forthwith.
Mandeville weapon, huh? Meanwhile, elsewhere in Radzatan, are we going back to that horrible little man? Chupacabra? Or a mysterious person? Grinning. Apparently that head was taken into custody. I don't like that face. Please stop.
Sound the alarm! The prisoner is escaping!
What the heck is happening?
On solid ground or far out of this world, beyond the truth lies the weird and absurd. A beloved son, he's second to none. Our agent of enquiry, Hildibrand Manderville. Definitely not an alien clone. See you, Inspector. This quest is not yet available. Required Class S job, Paladin, Monk, Warrior, Dragoon, Bard, White Mage, Black Mage, Summoner, Scholar, Ninja, Machinist, Dark Knight, Astrologian, Samurai, Red Mage, Gunbreaker, Dancer, Reaper, or Sage. Well, it just so happens that my Dark Knight is level 99. Please note that upon completing the quest, Make It a Mandeville, you will receive a Mandeville weapon for a Dark Knight. Please ensure you have changed to your desired job before speaking with the House Mandeville manservant. In that case, I'll have to look into which one I want. But also, the Spectacle of Inspection. Looking at how much is left in how much is left currently, and I think we'll go just a little bit longer. We'll go one more quest. That'll be halfway through. First, I just want to take a look at Mandeville weapons. Let me see here. To see what it looks like. Ooh. Okay, Mandeville weapons look really cool. Hang on. I'm wondering if you're only allowed one Mandeville weapon. That would kind of suck. Oh yeah, this would be that like super cool. Sorry, I'm looking at the scythe, and it's that super cool one that looks kind of technically and sparkly. And a great sword. Let's take a look at that. That one also looks cool. They all look cool. Yeah, the chakrams look sick. They all look really good. I want all of them. Well, we'll get to that later. Delian is ready to embark on another crusade for the truth.
Genosia,
What suspiciously auspicious timing. I was just thinking of you and suddenly you appear. As I'm sure you recall, Master Poo-Poo claimed his purpose is coming to our world. In coming to our world was to search for a missing comrade, which is, of course, merely a cover for his true objective, laying the groundwork for a full-scale invasion. But I understand the skeptical masses will demand proof of this sinister operation. Thus did I decide to bide my time, keep my eyes open, and let things play out. And no sooner had I resolved to do so, when I received word concerning the inspector. It seems they've made progress in tracking down our alien friend's friend. This could be my chance. I say my chance, but I can hardly stand against this cosmic conspiracy alone. You are coming along, yes?
The truth will out, or something truth adjacent at the very least. No, I wouldn't dream of letting you investigate Poo-Poo by yourself. No. I cannot let you do that.
Then let us be on our way. They were headed to Palaka's stand, and we don't want to miss even the smallest development.
Yes. Tis a shame that we can't get Viper arms for this, but... yeah, Manderville Viper weapons. Those look sick as well. You! Creepy stalker man! In the hay! Right there.
My loyal associates, come to admire the spectacle of inspection, have you? As well you should.
Look, Master Poo-Poo! Genasia has come to help! Thank you, Genasia! You're too kind!
What? No more poo-pooing? You speak our language now? No echo or universal translator? What's it's required? Universal translator? What's it's?
It was no great chore to master your tongue. The grammar and syntax is relatively simplistic.
Such a terrifying intellect.
What hope do we have to prevail against it?
So, how did you narrow down the search to this particular area, exactly?
Why, my tried and true inspector's sense, my dear fellow. All the perceptible and imperceptible signs pointed me in this direction, although they did neglect to include a precise location. For that, we must rely on another tried and true inspecting technique. Interrogation! Spread out, everyone, and question the locals on any poo-poo-shaped sightings.
Where do you think you're going?
Wait! Hey now! You ain't no all-star. Don't you get your game on? Don't you go play? Where'd he go now? Is he hiding amongst these boxes? No? There he is. What do you think you're doing? Stop creeping on Nashu. It's very creepy. What's this? What's in a parent? Crate inspector.
Oh yes, I spotted such an odd little creature in the jungle on my way back from the city markets. Only, it wasn't alone. It was in the company of a rather unusual gentleman. Sickly pale he was, and radiating an unpleasant smell. I felt obligated to keep my distance.
Sack counter. Now that you mention it, I did see something like that in the west of the Shroud. I might have mistaken it for a small child if not for the way it moved. Sort of a furtive scamper. Creepy.
Genosia, have your investigations borne fruit? Mine own carefully crafted queries place an individual of Master Papu's proportions in the south of the Shroud.
Indeed.
To the west, your sources say.
Yep. I asked around and there have been a few sightings in the jungle, somewhere to the north.
If we have sightings to the north, south, and west, then that must mean Master Papu has more friends than he realized.
I am not that gregarious. I have precisely one friend on this world.
Could it be doppelgangers? No, too simple, too obvious. It's more likely the same alien wandering the jungle, being spotted in different locations by different eyewitnesses. Which just means we need to, can't believe I'm suggesting this, split up and search the whole area.
A fair proposition. Very well, then.
Oh, are we launching a search party?
Father, have you been following me?
Nothing of the sort. I was engaging in feats of physicality while my mind grappled with the mysteries of Mandevillian weapon forging, hoping to turn perspiration into inspiration, as it were. But I am afraid the burning field's wooden men are poor muses when compared to the stimulus a worthy opponent provides. Mayhap if I join you and the indomitable Genosia in your endeavor, then happenstance will deliver the challenge I require. You are continuing the case of the silent correspondent, yes? Have you need of an extra pair of eyes?
As many as you can spare. I was about to assign teams to the search, as a matter of fact. This village sits in the Shroud's east, so let us divvy up the remaining directions, shall we? Noshu and I will head south. Genosia and Master Papu to the west, if you please. DeLorean, you and my father have the north.
DeLorean. That's Delian. Also, the Shroud of the Samga is awfully big. How are we to keep in contact, much less coordinate our efforts?
I had special link pearls made for just such an occasion. We can chat.
Sorry, excuse me.
We can chatter in each other's ears as much as we like.
Are you mad? The Charlians will listen in on everything we're saying.
Really? All the way out here? I shouldn't think their hearing is that good. But seeing as you mislike link pearls so much, Lord Godbert can hold the one for your team.
Link pearls! What tremendous foresight! Now let us proceed with our investigation.
Huh? Also, dude, you're still on that whole Charlian conspiracy? You just said that the Loporrits are not a threat.
The inspector wishes us to search in the west of the jungle, yes? I will follow your lead.
Papu is now accompanying you. Keep him at your side in order to proceed with quest objectives. Yes, I know how this works. You don't need to give me the whole spiel every time I do this.
Look at the way he runs. He's adorable. A river flowing right at our feet. Many stars have I visited in the cosmos, but precious few have such a bounty of water as this one. Your home is a rare treasure.
Indeed.
Jumgas. And
Alligators, yes?
yeah. Yeah. Alligators.
Look at the size of them, dude.
Sick. Vantage point.
I see no trace of my comrade. But what of these black-furred things? Are they friends of yours, fellow people of Atheris?
Those are a type of Sasquatch, by which I mean no. Vaguely people-shaped, perhaps, but not people, not particularly friendly either.
There is a greater variety of species here than I anticipated. I shall have to collect more samples. Let's keep moving.
Oh yes, there is a wide variety of species. Very wide.
The rock formations on this island remind me of my home star. They have the same vibrant hues, the same stark beauty, if only... But never mind that. We have a friend to find.
Did something happen to your star and you're trying to figure out a way to save it?
No sign of my friend here either. But these white-furred individuals, they are surely one of your civilized races, yes?
Also, not people. Mind the poop throwing.
I find it difficult to tell the difference. One semi-intelligent life form is much the same as another. Well, never mind. Moving on.
Uh-huh. Look, if we go to a city, then you could easily see all of the races of civilized peoples. The Hurers, the Elizons, the Lalafels, the Aura, Mikate.
Nothing. Not even a little burnt circle in the grass. The friend I'm looking for, we grew up together. We were always together. We even shared the same dream, to roam the great expanse of the cosmos. We worked hard and supported one another until we both had starships of our very own. Then the universe was ours to explore. How fleeting that feeling of triumph. But that is another tale entirely. I simply wish to express how dear this friend is to me. Hello? Is this thing on? This is Nashu. We think we may have found Pupu's friend. Come to Perusa as quickly as you can. Yes, let's take my starship. It's the fastest way.
Okay. Your starship it is then. Meanwhile, at Perusa. Wait a minute. Was that a Mandragora?
Hail, dear comrade of Master Papu! We come in peace. Pray reveal yourself.
That's a Mandragora. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. They have returned.
Wait, you're the Mandragoras! I know that gentlemanly overlord's face. Or voice. Once again.
Master Hildibrand, they said you were trapped in slumber, but I rejoice to see that is no longer the case.
God. It's one of the Walking Dead!
Greetings, friends. I am a proud member of the Gentle Dead Men, and disciple of Master Hildibrand.
The Mandragoras. They're all quite adorable.
What brings you here to Thavnair, and in the company of Lanosia's infamous vegetable menace, no less? Allow me some few precious moments of your lifespan to explain.
Few precious moments of your lifespan.
It was a time when the maggots in my skull grew restless and wriggly, tales of spoiled seedkin terrorizing the region of Bosja reached our undead fraternity, and so on their behalf I traveled afar to recruit a rotten mandragora.
Oh, he's adorable!
After making his acquaintance, the festering fellow wished to introduce me to his brethren, who he assured me were no less rotten. Thus did I make next for Lanosia, that I might extend a fetid hand in friendship. When I arrived, however, I learned that one of their companions had been abducted by a strange flying vessel. What was a gentle dead man to do but aid in the search? I turned to the Thavnarian truth, that reliable bastion of supernatural rumor-mongering, and lo and behold, an alien craft matching the Seedkin's description had been spotted here on this isle. Needless to say, we embarked on our journey forthwith. Ah, one of our faithful readers! I'm pleased to see that even in undeath, the hunger for truth is not wholly subsumed by the hunger for brains. So, we find ourselves on the case of the misappropriated Mandragora. This abductor will not evade my powers of discernment.
Soon we'll need a case to carry all these cases.
An abductor? I have a feeling we won't need to look far.
Here I come. But also, this is not the abductor. No. At least I doubt it is. But the abductor could be very well be Papu's friend.
Ah, that may have been me. Oh, it was you?
Papu, you can't just abduct people.
There he is.
The onion one.
They're all so adorable. Forgive me for taking your friend. In my sample collecting frenzy, I must have mistaken him for an edible plant of some kind.
Understandable. You would not be the first to confuse a mandragora with a salad ingredient. The main thing is that he is returned to us unharmed and uneaten. All's well that ends well. Now, if you'll excuse us, we should be getting back to Thanolin. Rotting flesh and humidity is an unpleasant combination.
Yeah. So many adorable Mandragora.
My apologies, Master Papu. We seem to have missed the mark this time. But I swear to you, I shall not rest until you are reunited with your comrade.
I almost believed your keen inspector's sense to be a form of prognostication, but it really was just following your gut. And I'm afraid vague inspectorial feelings will take us only so far. We have an entire world to search, and for that we'd need, I don't know, a veritable army of inspectors. No, don't, no. An army of inspectors. Of course, I can simply clone a multitude of Hildebrands as I did before.
No, let's not do anything rash.
No. Papu, no! No! This is a bad idea. No. Uh-oh. No, what was that? Oh dear, the ship's matter duplication facility has been temperamental for a while, and now it's broken down completely. This clone is the last it will ever produce. And where'd he go? Hey Kiki, can we get your help restoring this place, please? Hildibrand. He's a Mandervillian pancake. Polygonal Hildibrand? At least it'll be easy to tell which is which. It's a RuneScape Hildibrand. Burr. The theme song remix.
My name is Brandy Hild.
Wait. I know.
My name is Brandy Hild.
Inspector Brandehild? Why is he so blocky? The cloning process must have failed partway through. Allow me to euthanize this abnormality.
No, let's not do anything rash. Unlike my former replicas, This one is highly unlikely to be mistaken for me. And seeing as we were looking for extra helpers, I say we press this undefined fellow into service. Welcome to the team, Inspector Brandyhild. A pleasure to make your acquaintance.
Wait. Godbert? Godbert, what are you doing? Oh, putting the stuff back. Thank you. Absolutely insane.
We made quite a mess of that temple ruin, but thanks to Father, it looks as good as new. Or would that be as good as old? In any event, I look forward to tracking the remainder of the case with my charming new contemporary. I am delighted to be a part of it.
Oh, look how shy he is. He really is very charming. Generational bonding. An unperturbed Hildibrand seeks to resume the search for Papu's comrade.
An unexpected but invaluable addition to our ranks. With our numbers thus bolstered, I say we are ready once more to dive into the fray.
Perhaps, but what if You sneaky little creep. Perhaps, but what of our strategy? We need a new approach.
If I may. Assuming Master Papu's acquaintance pilots a craft of similar design, then might we not instead attempt to locate the starship? Such a striking vessel will have drawn more attention than the comparatively tiny being in question.
He has a point. The Truth receives a large number of reports from readers claiming to have observed unidentified flying objects.
We could review said reports, those that meet the criteria of shiny silver and saucer-like naturally, and then remove instances which we know to have been Master Papu. That should narrow things down considerably.
Indeed! What a fantastic idea!
Just the kind of brilliance one might expect of one's clone. I was about to make the very same suggestion.
Well done, Inspector!
I hope I've not overstepped my bounds. I am but a shadow of the original, after all.
I have a stack of back issues stored in the workroom I use in the city. Papu can help me sift through them and cross off the sightings that were definitely him, shall we? And we will investigate that next time. What do you think you're doing? Creepy creep from Creepsville? You gotta stop, bro. You gotta stop creeping. Okay? But, man, Hildibrand's adventures are always wild. But recently it has been, I feel, even more wild than normal. Bounding across the moon and alien abductions and just insanity. Absolute insanity. But we'll have to continue it next time, as we have run out of time for today. But at least we are halfway through the Endwalker section of Hildibrand Adventures. We've done 5 out of the 10 quests. And so... not... you know, should be probably one more Hildibrand stream. At least until we get more Hildibrand Adventures in the post-Dawn Trail section. Because right now I think there's maybe 1 quest in Dawn Trail. Yeah. Looks like there's 1. At least according to the wiki. But yeah. Still. Wild Adventures. I can't wait for more in post-Dawn Trail, which will surely be coming in the coming months. Be releasing in the coming months. But, yeah, once we're caught up on Hildibrand Adventures, I may start going down the quest rabbit hole of getting Manderville weapons. And I'll have to find out, is it possible to get multiple Manderville weapons? You know, 1 for each class? Or how does it work exactly? You know? I'll have to figure that out, but... also... once we're done with that, though, I guess I'll just have to hope that there's 7.2 content to do. But other than that, I'll have to figure out something else to do on Saturdays. Still, though, I love this game. I'm glad I picked it up. What was it, like, was it 4 years ago? Now? Let me see. Hang on. If I take a look at collections. The first Final Fantasy XIV stream I did, which is when I started my Final Fantasy XIV journey, was back in either late June or early July of 2021. So yeah, almost 4 years of playing this game. It's a long time. Long time. But next stream will be on Monday for more Dread Delusions, hopefully. And then Wednesday, we'll be continuing the designing of my OC, as it were, my this character, as it were. My self-insert OC of Zovis. Gotta redesign it to make it less just Metroid. You know, don't want to infringe on copyrights too much. So, we've got the helmet done. We've got the front view of the pauldron done, which is technically also the back view of the pauldron. So really we only need the side view of the pauldron for that. And then we can move on to, like, torso and arms and legs. A lot more to do there. But once I've designed each of the pieces, I can just take those pieces and fit them together into a single full body image, and I will of course have then a front view, side view, and back view of the entire thing. All sorted out. So that's nice. Okay, so that'll be Wednesday, and then next Saturday, we'll be catching up on Hildibrand's adventures. Regardless, though, until next time, be kind to yourself, have a wonderful rest of your day, and I will see you next mission. Bye-bye.